One of the other things I'm going to demonstrate is the different symbols that we can use for the comparison operations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up change my random number to be a number between 1 or 0 and 50. I'm going to generate between 0 and 50. And so I am going to have different if statements that show all 6 possibilities have if statements that will print results if they are true. So let's do the one you're familiar with. If number, and we're going to make it absolutely equals 25, and then we're going to comment to make sure we're keeping it clean, and equal to 25. Then we're going to have the system.out.println be the number equals 25. Cool. While we're at it, we're going to make the program also print the number which we are generating. Cool. Now, we can also find out if something is greater than something. So, if number is greater than, remember with the greater than, the Pac-Man is always biting the bigger piece. The alligator is always biting the bigger piece, however you learned it. If number is greater than 10, so this here is going to end greater than 10, then our system.out.println will say the number is greater than 10. You can see I'm being real original with these statements here, and that's okay. Put some space here in between. We can make it greater than or equal to. Now, you're used to seeing that in math class as the greater than sign kind of evened out with the equal sign underneath, one of the second lines. You cannot do that in programming. But what you can do is if number is you do the greater than sign first and then the equal sign, and I'm going to do it to 30. If number is greater than or equal to 30, then we're going to comment after the brace that generated greater than or equal to 30, and that's what our print line is going to say. The number is greater than or equal to 30. Halfway home. We got 3 more symbols to show you, and 2 of them you can probably guess. If you can do greater than, then you can also do less than. So if number is less than or equal to, well, we'll do less than first, less than 40. We'll comment here, less than 40. Then our system.out.println is going to be the number is less than 40. Now, something I'm going to point out here. Notice how I'm putting multiple if statements separate. Each if acts as its own statement, so they're not comparing against each other. Each one is an individual statement. We'll show comparing against each other in a little bit. I'm also going to do if number is less than or equal to. So the less than or equal to sign, the less than sign is on the left, regardless. So the only thing that could be on the right is an equal sign, if there is a sign there. And let's make this number 15. Or I'll pick around it. Comment, less than 15. System.out.println, the number is less than 15. I will learn to type someday. And finally, if we can do comparison equals to, we can also do not equal to, which is actually a lot of fun to work with. If number is not equal to 0, we'll do 0, then system.out.println, the number is not equal to 0. So the only time that statement will not show up is if the number is 0. So we have our number that's going to show up, and then some scenarios where we should at least be getting 2 or 3 statements each time. Let's take a look at what happens when I run it. So number 29 showed up. So let's take a look. It looked. If number is equal to 25, it's not. So it skipped over that. If number is greater than 10, it is. So it printed that statement. If number is greater than 30, 29 greater than or equal to 30, it just missed that boat. If number is less than 40, it did meet that criteria. It is not less than or equal to 15, and it is not equal to 0. So it met 3 out of 6 of the criteria. So did 26, 46. We're trying to get a few different. We want to get one where a couple other criteria show up, or we meet another condition. You can see we're meeting a few different conditions here. Here we go. 14 also met now the less than or equal to 15 criteria. Very cool. So you see how these different symbols are structured and set up, and we can run multiple if statements against one number separate. We can also run many comparisons together, which we'll demonstrate in the next video.